is one who is catalyst, high on morality and with sufficient emotional quotient. Next, I would request Dr. Hemant Gupta to kindly grace our dais with his kind words. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students. First of all, I must thank Dr. M.P. Singh, Professor R.K. Singh, and the whole faculty of SMS for inviting me to this prestigious institute. We have all listened to the great academician, and I'll be very brief because he has said everything I wanted to say. And coming to the topic of Alchemy of Leadership for Innovation and Sustainability. This word alchemy is very interesting. It relates to chemistry, as sir has already said. And we know what chemistry is all about, being a science student, an MBBS, MD, and a DM in gastroenterology. I've dealt with these science topics all my life, and we know how interesting it is. Full of surprises. You mix different things, different thoughts, different reagents, use a catalyst, and you get a new type of reaction every time. And that is interesting. So this word alchemy is really fascinating. Why I'm talking about this alchemy in this hall, I'll start with a very small story, which is a true life incident in my life. In late 80s, when we had started our MBBS, there was a very dear friend of mine. We were all doing MBBS and we were all students. And every time, because we are flooded with examinations in MBBS, every probably 15 days, 20 days, you have an examination. And probably some surprise test examination. So we were always flooded with these tests. And we used to do joint studies, and once when I was sitting with this friend, and I saw him reading a book. We were all reading our medical books, and he was reading Sundar Kand of Ramcharitmanas from Tulsidas ji, we all know. And that was surprising. I said, we are all reading our medical books, and you're reading this Sundar Kand. Why do you do this? And he had a habit of reading Sundar Kand every day. Before the examination, whether his subject was complete or not, whether his medical books were complete or not, he made it a point that he used to finish the Sundar Kand. And then I asked him, why do you do that? Simple word, he said, because my mother told me to do so. Because if God is with you, you can clear anything and every obstacle in the world. So fine. So, believe me, he's a very famous cardiologist in England right now. I'll not name him because he's very famous. And in Birmingham, he's a very famous cardiologist right now. And I asked him, look, you cleared your MRCP. Did you read Sundar Kand when I was in England? I asked him. He said, yes, I have to. He did his Sundar Kand while clearing his MRCPs as well, MRCP exams. And why I am coming to this point? Because his mother had told him to pray to God by reading aloud Sundar Kand every day, whether your course was finished or not, and he used to do it religiously. And as you all know, I'm a modern medicine man, and I have opened a company related to totally Ayurved. It must be surprising for few of you people that why this man who's this modern medicine, he has a deep interest in Ayurveda. There was times when we used to talk about Ayurveda during those MBBS years, because I used to read lots of Ayurveda as well while doing my MBBS studies. And this boy who used to read Sundarkand every day religiously before his exams, he suddenly turned modern. Hemant, why do you study all this nonsense? That was his sentence, and I was taken aback. He said, what do you mean by nonsense? Ayurveda, there's nothing in Ayurveda, it's all useless herbs and everything is useless. Why do you do this? We are reading modern medicine. Why do you have to read Ayurveda? And we used to have a fight, a tiff over this. I used to tell him, why do you read Sundarkand every time? Do you have a scientific reason behind it? He had none. Obviously, we don't have, for our religious belief, we don't have any scientific explanations. So this tip went along for nearly 10-12 years. And when it came to modern medicine and Ayurveda, he was always a man of modern medicine and a deeply religious person who's always reciting Sundarkand. And this made me think, probably people sitting here have also gone through this. We are deeply religious when it comes to a God, a religion. But when it comes to the modern medicine or the ancient tradition of a medicine and the knowledge, we suddenly become modern. So in 2001, like said, there was a man of the millennium. There came a molecule of the millennium. And it was in the British journals, the Lancet, the NEJM, we have found the molecule of the millennium. And do you believe what it was? It was nitric oxide, a gas. And the scientists had said that in your body, whatever you can think is happening inside or outside your body because of this gas. And then you go back to your Ayurveda basics. And we probably, all people who are living in India must have heard their grandparents or their father or mother saying, Vayu chad gaya, gas hawa lag gaya. We have all heard this. As a doctor, I have heard it a lot. A person coming with paralysis. A person from a village who's probably not even fourth pass. He comes to you, says, Doctor, hawa lag gaya. Vayu bigad gaya. And after 5,000 years, you find the scientists all over the world coming out with the molecule of the millennium of gas, nitric oxide, doing everything right from your nervous system to your heart, to your alimentary canal, to your limbs. Then I turned up to him and asked, you used to tell me that, look, don't read Ayurveda, it's all nonsense. Can you explain this? 2001, the molecule of the millennium is a gas. And the basic principle of Ayurveda is gas. A Vayu, what they have termed in their own words in Sanskrit. And probably this idea, this, what I have heard about the alchemy, this varied thoughts, which we have all grown up to. The thoughts which the schools have taught us. The thoughts that are probably a society, your parents, your grandfather has taught you. it becomes confusing at times. Which one to believe, which one not to believe. You don't question God, but you question knowledge. The traditional knowledge you start questioning. You become modern when the traditional knowledge is delivered to you. You laugh at it. And I've faced it since last maybe 30 years. I've always faced it. Whenever I tell about Ayurveda in modern medicine faculty amongst them, they smirk. They don't say anything, but they smirk. Then you know that, oh, they are thinking the other way. But as a leader, I must tell you, it might become confusing for every one of us. This is our strength. This traditional knowledge, this modern education is a strength which we have got over the years. I was going through this Shukra Nidhi Sar book written by Guru Shukracharya, and in that they have described the education system of India, the Gurukul education system of India. Again, many people will laugh, what is this nonsense? They have described 14 Vidya, 64 Kala, 14 Vidyas and 64 skill development. In each of the student, these 64 skills they used to inculcate right from the age of 6 years. In each of the student, whether it was medicine, whether it was metallurgy, whether it was probably sword fighting, physical activities, even cooking. Even stealing is a part of your skill development. How to steal. Can you think of that? Can you even think of that? How our ancient gurus thought about inculcating 64 skill in a single person. Do we have it right now with our modern education? And that's what we need right now. Our Prime Minister have over and over time and time again have told us to develop a skill. He has even promoted a skill development in India. We all know about that. I have never studied MBA. I don't know anything about the MBA part. I have all my life I've done medicine and only medicine. But if I would have had learned a part of MBA, a part of metallurgy, a part of probably many other skills which are there in the world, I think I would have been a better leader. I would have been a better person as a person. I would have respected all other things, probably the other skills. Probably if a person is sitting on the road mending tires, I would have respected it. The great pillar of Ashoka, the iron pillar of Ashoka, we all know about it. We have lost that metallurgy. We have lost that knowledge. This is the time we have to initiate it. And that's where your alchemy of leadership comes into the room. Whatever you have been taught, not only in the schools, in your life, in your personal life, even by your probably try to learn even from your servants, they will teach you something. Try to learn from a person who's working under you, he will teach you something. He will give you some knowledge. No doubt, I have no doubt about it. And that's where the leadership starts. If you imbibe everything which is useful from everyone in the society, I believe you will become a very fine leader And once if you are a fine leader, this innovations and sustainability will follow. I thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Indeed, a leader is one who learns in every walk of life. With this, we mark the beginning of technical session with due permission from my session chair. Sir, this session will have 10 presentations lined up. The rules will be given by the session chairs, and I believe whatever suggestions and other things would be given by the session chairs itself. The timing and the final call on timing will be of the session chairs itself. The first, sir.
Excuse me, madam, could you please tell us the sequence?
The first presenter is Vikas Agrawal. The second is Dr. Padmalay Mahapatra. Then we have Ganesh Natarajan. Then we have Dr. Anand. Then Dr. Charudita on behalf of Dr. Jayant Balaji. Then Dr. Mitushi, Dr. Shalini, and C. Anirvina. May I, sir?
Madam, my name was also.
I'll repeat.
Madam, my name was, you called out at the time, but now my name is not there.
First started, then first started.
Good afternoon. We begin the session. The first speaker will be Mr. Vikas Agrawal.